to have you in multiple facets today. Nice to hear you. So, besides being the best dressed man in Seattle, we know that you have a very high percentage when it comes to presenting and winning offers. What do you attribute that success rate to? Is there any specific language, negotiating tools you routinely use to keep your success rate so high?
Yeah, well, I'd love to talk to you about it. I think it's all about preparation in order to win. And I kind of break it up into three sections. But the first thing is I have an abundance mindset. And I think a lot of buyers come to me with a lot of fear, and they've heard around the water cooler that there's nothing to buy here, and it's just a crazy process. And what I want to do is say, and I do say this all the time, hey, we don't need to find you 20 great homes. We need to find you one. So I'm confident we can do that. Let's keep positive energy and think positively about this process. But what we're going to do is we're going to train for battle because it's a fight out there, and that's kind of what this slide's about. And it says brutal realist. And I think it's really important to say, hey, let's not pretend that this is going to be all fun and games. We're going to have to be in there and really get this home that you really want. But that means to train. So just like for a battle, you wouldn't show up with an army that wasn't trained. So that means to go through the contingencies and go through the offer and talk about how to stack an offer towards benefiting the seller. And that's a really scary thing for buyers because they feel like, well, aren't you representing me? So that's not a conversation you can have when you've got an offer in front of you. You've got 12 hours to get this home. We're just going to be really smart, and we're going to use these strategies and tactics to win. So that's the first part. Next slide. So the next thing is training the listing agent to choose your offer. And what does that mean? So my basic philosophy is I want the listing agent and the seller to wake up in the morning on offer review day saying, I sure hope Randall gets it. Okay, that's really what I'm working for during the week this property is on the market. So once I feel like we have some serious interest in the home, I'm on the phone with the agent saying, we're getting this house, we're writing, and talk to me about the seller so I get as much information as I can. And then the third category is to train yourself. So you have to know the market. And like my greatest fear, have you guys ever been to an auction, or Las Vegas, and they serve a lot of free drinks there, because in the heat of battle, people raise their paddles. And I need to have a pain threshold for my buyers saying, look, we are not going to pay more than this for this house, because the last thing I want in 6 weeks is them to call me and say, what did we do here? This is totally overpaid for this, and now my friends think I'm an idiot, and that kind of thing. So the only way you know that is by training yourself about what market value is and where it's trending for that home specifically. And the only way you really know is to follow the market and see what's on. So that's kind of my presentation.
Well done.